You can create whatever hashtag you want.
Okay.
But if you're looking for ideas of like what should I use or what's already being used, but for you, especially for your center, maybe something with SB in it because you're Santa Barbara based.
Okay.
And with Twitter, you follow people and people follow you. Target the right people. You can go to Twitter and you can search for your friends, you can search for your colleagues, you can search for businesses, you can search for a lot of people. Actually, I get a lot of life coaches and therapists following me because I'm a web therapist. And I'm like, no, I'm a marketing therapist. But people are searching for those kind of words and they follow me. But you can target the right people. You can target people in Santa Barbara. There's a tool called search.twitter.com. It's Twitter's own search engine to kind of find people that you're looking for. So how do you get started? You can, tiny URL is that little URL. So let's say you have a long blog post and the URL is like, well, you have 140 characters, so you don't want to use that all up. So you go to tinyurl.com, you paste that URL into it, and it makes you a little URL. There's also hugeurl.com for those of you that want to make really, really big ones. It's a joke, but it's a cool website. And there's another tool called Hootsuite. It's just up here at HOOTSUIDTE.com, Hootsuite. I don't use Hootsuite because I'm not that cool, but I'd say half my team loves it and they use it. And they have a URL shortening feature that's built into it. And you can start linking to your current web content. So let's say just released a new press release, link to the URL. Your blogs can automatically feed into your Twitter account. But it just becomes part of your day-to-day, and I actually tweet more from my mobile phone than I do anywhere else. Here's Twitter search, search.twitter.com. And so I was having a little egotistical moment, and I wanted to see what was being said about me. So I typed in @ which is the start of my name, and I saw what other people were tweeting. And I was able to follow the conversation. And former coworker, former student, someone I've never met in my entire life, someone I know from workshops, and it actually allows me to have a quick conversation just by seeing what's being said. Fun example, fun story. So this is Squidoo. Squidoo was founded by Seth Godin, my marketing man crush. I think he's just a brilliant marketer. And so for Valentine's Day, I said to Amelia, one of my colleagues, and she's a writer, I said, I think we should do for Valentine's Day our top marketing man crushes. And she's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And I said, I think it's funny. I'm like, we're total dorks. We always talk about how we love David Merriman Scott, and we love Seth Godin, we love Guy Kawasaki, and we love Don Draper from Mad Men. And I said, let's just because we need to learn how to use Squidoo for our clients, let's use it on ourselves. Let's just kind of go through the process, and let's do our top marketing man crushes. We asked all the women on the team, and we got our list, and we published this article, and it was well done, and I can say that because I didn't write it. The article sat there all by itself. The outreach of this stuff, this is where social media works. You have to converse. Remember back when we used to write letters, and you're like, I'm not getting a lot of letters. Well, are you writing letters to people? Oh no, well duh, that's your problem. So I went to Twitter. I'm following David Merriman Scott. He's following me back. And I said, hey, you've been nominated as one of our top 10 marketing man crushes. If I had sent that to his email, I'd probably never get a response because the guy is, traveling all over the place. But I think his ego was boosted a little bit, and I think he thought it was funny, and it was a well-written article, so I had everything working in my favor. He tweets it out. The guy's got thousands of followers. We also wrote to Guy Kawasaki, and I said, hey, you're the marketing man crush. And we kept egging these guys on, because Squidoo has a voting mechanism. And so he's like, I'm still leading the marketing man crush contest. And this article made it to number 7 in the business section of Squidoo, because it was actually these two guys that were driving all the marketing of it. So it was just an interesting play of, it was great content using social media, but if it wasn't for Twitter, no one would have read that thing. It was a lot of fun. It was a great social experiment, and we're actually going to do one again this year. And we're probably going to do our top marketing girl crushes too, to honor all the women we admire in marketing too. So Twitter's a great tool to converse. Just try it out. You learn by doing. We're adults. And so Facebook, okay? What do we do with Facebook? Facebook is, we all have our Facebook profiles. I'm Lorrie, you're who you are. Some organizations have a Facebook page, and some have a group, and some have both. I will give you the slide, but the difference, the summary of the difference between a page and a group is that a page is more visible in the search engines, A group is just that. It allows for more discussions, where a page can allow you to comment on whatever the page owner is posting about, but it doesn't allow you to start your own discussion thread. So Web Marketing Therapy has the Web Marketing Therapy page, but we also have the Web Marketing Group Therapy group. And let me tell you, our students have lots of conversations all by themselves using that tool. But that gives them more power. Whole Foods has Facebook videos. They add value. They also encourage interaction, which is a great example. And they're a huge organization, and they're personable. And on their Facebook page, this is multitasking marketing. You can go to WholeFoodsMarket.com, you can go to their blog, you can go to their Twitter page, and Flickr is a photo sharing site. So you've got all these tools working in unison to stay in touch. And it's a very personable. We know we've always been a little out of the ordinary. Those 19 people who started our first web store, it has a conversational tone. They're creating affinity just by their content, by their voice. You can motivate users. This is willworkforbacon.com. And they're like, come on, we're almost to 1,000, you know, keep it going, you know. And this is fun. It's a little bit of a rah-rah effort, but I thought it was a fun example to motivate people to join the page. And this, I love this example. OMG, I so need a glass of wine or I'm gonna sell my kids. They're up to, I think, like 75,000 fans now.
I like that
So
one.
clearly there was a group of women out there. And this is, you know, I think she's a graphic artist. I think that's her business. But it's interesting just to see what, you know, really it's just, it resonated with that audience. So I like this example. This is when Barack Obama won the election, and it just says, it was just a nice, authentic thank you, you know? It was just a really nice, and I'm sure he didn't personally write this, but it was just a nice way to maintain communication. Just a good reminder that we are not out there to be salesy. We're out there to create connections. Whoops. And you can sync your company blog into this. So this is our fan page. Every time a new blog post hits, it gets automatically populated, and that's done within Facebook. You just go into Facebook and you go into applications. Hello text. So I get the question of, okay, I've got LinkedIn, I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter. How do I stay on top of all of these? With a tool like Hello Text, you can create it so it syncs up to all of your social media accounts, and you do one message and it goes to all three at the same time. I like that one. HelloText.com. So like here's mine. I'm prepping for my social media lesson. I hit update status. It goes to Yammer, which is a collaboration social media tool. It goes to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All at the same spot. If you want to add your blog to your Facebook profile, you go to your profile, you go to applications, and they have a built-in tool called Network Blog. If you want to add a blog to your fan page, then you go under Notes, which is under the little plus sign, and you follow the steps there. And then all of a sudden, you've got you go through those steps here, and you're off and running. Twitter feed is how you add your blog into Twitter, twitterfeed.com. And this is your target audience. How do you reach this time-crunched consumer? Darth Vader shows us how. 90% of people start with a search engine first to find products, services, or information. So if you want to get searched, yes, there's a great workshop next week, I heard. But also, take advantage of social media. This is a search for Darth Vader. Pictures come up. Wikipedia, which is social media, comes up. Wikipedia, which I have no idea what that is another type of wiki. And then YouTube videos come up next. And it's credibility and visibility. This is a search for Million Doer. She's one of my partners in crime. Her LinkedIn profile comes up first. Her Facebook comes up second. Her Twitter comes up third and fourth. I actually interviewed her on Blog Talk Radio. Those of you that want to speak your expertise, blogtalkradio.com, it's free. You can become your own radio talk show host. But social media is ultimately about creating opportunities with people and people who care. And the more value you provide, serve and support, then you'll sell. And just focus when in doubt, when you're like, I don't know how to use this stuff, think about who's your audience. How do you serve them? And the answers will always pop up.